Population is the basic foundation of not only the economy but also politics, culture, and social phenomena. In Korea, changes in population structure will form a new trend over the next decades. In relation to population, there is a term called the population bonus and the owner effect. The population bonus means that the proportion of the working age population in the total population increases, leading to an increase in both labor and consumption and economic growth. Even if the birth rate falls in the situation where the proportion of the elderly population is low, the labor force increases due to the high proportion of the economically active population in the total population, which leads to an economic growth. After World War II, Japan achieved rapid growth as the proportion of the working age population increased. Afterwards, the rapid growth rate comes to an end as the proportion of the working age population past its peak. Asian countries, including Korea, also began rapid economic growth in the 1960s as the proportion of the working age population increased. Korea's average annual real growth rate of about 7.2% between 1970 and 2011 was based on the abundant human capital at the time. If the working age population that temporarily increased during the population bonus period changes into an elderly population over time, the proportion of the working age population decreases and the economic growth slows down. This is called the demographic onus period. The number of young people working is decreasing and the number of elderly people to support is increasing. Population stress is a phenomenon in which economic growth is delayed as the productive population in the near future decreases and the number of elderly people to support increases. Korea's gross domestic product (GDP) growth rate, which is predicted to reflect the decline in the productivity due to the aging of the employed population, will gradually decline from an average of 3.4% in the 2010s, reaching to 0.0% in the 2020s and 1.2% in the 2030s, before falling to 0.8% in the 2040s. Not only is the number of the working age population decreasing, but the population of the elderly population among the employed is increasing, leading to a problem of the decline in productivity of the employed population. Korea's aging rate is occurring at a much faster rate than other developed countries. In particular, there is a consensus that rapid changes in population dynamic due to a lower birth rate will deepen the after effects of population ownerships.